Sa
Anong
kanina po, dalawa
epekto
yung
nito,
nabanggit
sir?
nyo, no? Of course, yung consideration natin para sa health and wellness ng ating mga guro at saka mga ano. At the same time, you said, in consideration also of the ongoing search. I guess ang tanong ko po is this just contingent on the need for a break for our academic community, or is it also contingent on the numbers? In other words, paano kung hindi bumaba yung numbers, and for that matter, kung sa ibang regions tumaas pa? Maaari po bang humaba pa tong break na to?
Well, as much as possible, we would like to make it contingent for health so that they can recuperate. Meaning to say, as I mentioned earlier, we cannot really anticipate a prolonged extension because that would have an impact also on the implementation of the school year. And that will affect the preparation for the next school year, and knowing the fact that our teachers will also be involved in some other activities.
In the elections, in particular.
Particularly in the election. At the same time, nobody can predict what will happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But what we are trying to be ready with is to ensure that the distance learning will continue regardless of the alert level. Meaning to say, we will intensify and prepare that asynchronous learning will still happen, and that the submission of the requirements of our learners can be done either online or in whatever modalities that can be decided upon by the schools, so that the contact and the contamination can be mitigated by such approach. We are actually doing that right now, because we cannot afford to add another week based on the recently issued updated guidelines as well on the quarantine and isolation. The 7-10 days is sufficient for those who are exhibiting and those who are asymptomatic as well. So probably that can address the problem, ma'am and sir.
Ang tanong po ni Lucci, how does this affect the calendar for para sa ating mga paaralan?
Yes po. We're expecting that the quarter 2 will end by 29 January, and the mid-year break will start at February 2 to 7, and we have this Feb 7 as the onset of quarter 3. So when we suspend classes from 17 to 22, the number of days that will be taken away from the calendar is 9, and that is sufficient, including Sunday, that's 10. And we're looking at the make-up classes in terms of remediation, enhancement that can also be done asynchronously, so that this will have no impact on the additional number of days on that, because the calendar will end by July of 2022, and with that we can manage to find the number of days to be sufficient for the calendar, and we will start quarter 3 by February 9.
Meaning yung makeup classes po ninyo will be weekends, hindi kakain hindi lalagpas dun sa school calendar.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we're looking at.